Oh, we got another toiler. Yay.
Oh, damn it. Double damn it.
I'm full of typos. If you guys ever see me typing, oh my gosh. I mean, I try not to typo, but...
How
what are
did
you
do in
doing,
typing
Miles?
class?
Jumping into everything.
I actually did not do well in typing class, but I still type really fast.
They always tried to teach you to put your fingers in this position. Forget that. I just go after the keys myself. I don't do it the textbook way.
How fast can you type?
70 words per minute?
I type pretty well.
I don't know.
I can definitely answer that. It's 70 words per minute. So
I can do 70 to 75. Miles can attest to this. See me type. You're good at typing.
I am not. I mean, I'm fast for how I do it, but people laugh at me because I type with 2 fingers, but I type really fast, and they're just like, "What the hell? That's so funny, lol."
He wants Betty's badge. Yes, you do. Alright.
Alright, is there any more enemies to get points off of in this room? I don't think so. Wow, the background did change. I just noticed the background just changed. So, hooray!
I am just derp-tarded. I can't type right.
There we go. And sadly, the only thing that's still on my mind at the moment is A, Super Paper Mario, B, the test I took today, and C, the stream. That's it. I'm trying to think of like a funny story to tell like Higby did, and nothing's coming to my mind. If you like jotted some memory cell in my brain, though, I could probably think of something.
Like your
top Higby story,
farting
right?
car game. The farting
Higby's
car
story
game.
is kind of like the best story. It even outbeats my stories. Holy crap!
Oh, no, I think I can top that.
Okay.
Now that I think about it. There was this one time where I was cleaning, right? And my older sister told me to clean something else. And I wanted to quick think of an excuse of why I didn't want to clean this. And then I told her, I'm going to replace my name with, Kiritora. I said, I'm not Kiritora, and she looked at me with a confused look, and she said, yes, you are, and I was like, oh. And then I had to do it anyway. And everybody's like, what? Do you get it? I told my sister I wasn't me, and she looked at me with a confused look in her face, and she's just like, yeah, you are. Now go do it. Everybody probably thinks I'm a dumbass. I am a dumbass.
You just didn't tell a good joke. It was an interesting story, just not a good joke.
It wasn't a good joke. I'm not saying a joke. We're talking about stories, not a joke.
Okay, on the basis of it being a story, you had me interested, but...
It's not a joke. It's a story. It's a true story.
I remember one time in grade 6 we had to make a board game, and ours was a trivia game. And there's this one guy in our group, and he made one of the questions, and he's like, what does Homer Simpson say when something dumb happens or something like that? And the answer that he wrote was dope instead of dough. And we kept trying to tell him, it's dough! And he's like, what? That doesn't make any sense. So I think what happened was someone else in that group ended up taking that card to the bathroom and ripping it up and throwing it in the garbage.
You had to go to the bathroom to use garbage?
I guess they just didn't want the evidence to be in the classroom garbage.
Again, removing the evidence.
Why is the bathroom the ultimate destruction of evidence?
I don't know.
You can flush a lot of things down the toilet.
That does remind me when I was in like middle school, and for some reason we had to pull like planets out of a hat to write stories about, and I pulled Uranus, so I made a story called Journey to the Center of Uranus, and I didn't get in trouble. And then I was supposed to have like a friend in there, and then I turned her into an evil teddy bear and killed her off in the story, and I still didn't get in trouble for it.
So which Uranus are we talking about?
Yeah. When I had to go up there and read it to everybody,
Oh, that
the
sucks.
teacher, no, I didn't care. I did this on purpose. The teacher was just laughing. She had to stop herself.
I could never stand reading things in front of the class as a kid. I hated it. Because usually they made me write about stupid things I didn't care about, like write about the forest, write about the government or something, write about your favorite Canadian heroes. I mean, everyone was after Terry Fox, and who the heck was left after that? Do American people even know who Terry Fox is?
No.
I do.
No.
Probably not, but I know who he is.
He was this Canadian guy who had one false leg because he had to have it amputated because he had cancer. And he tried to run it all the way across Canada to raise money for cancer, although he didn't make it. But now every year there's like a day where people run and raise money for cancer. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, there's always write about things like that. And I mean, I just had no interest in doing it. So I mean, I did like a pretty much half-assed job on it. So then whenever I had to get up in front of the class, I'd always feel like an idiot because I didn't even put any effort into the paper at all. But oh well.
There's this guy that ran across our country, and he kind of lost a leg, and he ran with the country losing his leg, and he didn't make it, and now we celebrate a day of cancer running because the guy lost his leg.
I remember the very first time I ever got a computer. I was like, yes, now I can copy all of my projects right off the internet. So I pretty much just copy and pasted the Wikipedia article.
Yes, now I can watch porn on the internet!
And then you learned about plagiarism.
Well, luckily it was still grade school, so no one really gave a crap.
There we
Oh
go.
yeah, our schools were tight on plagiarism.
Even in elementary?
I don't remember, cause that's a long time ago for me. I'm like 24, so.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of the time in grade 8 when I had this project. You had to put some things onto a Bristol board, and I really didn't care. I think it was about like Paul McCartney or something like that. And they pretty much just copy pasted the Wikipedia article, but took out the parts I didn't want. And then I got to school, I had the Bristol board ready. I was like, crap, I wasn't supposed to include this part, so I just like covered it with Sharpie marker. And I had to get up in front of the class and read it, and the teacher's like, why is that part crossed out? I was like, I don't know.
I want to say when plagiarism actually became a thing was probably middle school. I don't remember anything in my experience. From grade
It's
school.
middle school.
So-
Grade school, I didn't remember anything.
Well, I didn't have internet access until like 5th grade in my life, so.
I had internet access since 1995.
Wow, my family didn't get our first computer until I was in grade 6. That was like early 2000s.
Wow.
Oh,
I'm
that was a
an
dumb
I'm an internet oldie, I guess.
Who remembers the days of MSN Messenger? And that doesn't even exist anymore. I love those days. Freaking Facebook.
Or
had to wreck everything.
ICQ.
I never used
ICQ.
ICQ.
Or the original AIMs.
Oh. I never really did too much with AOL. I think that started to fade out before I got into computers.
Yeah, it kind of did start fading out then.
Oh my gosh.
Now the big thing is Skype. Skype.
Yeah, it's like one of the only things left now.
There we go. I wonder if that's any use or not. Let's go find out. Alright, Ice Storm, go!
Yeah. Man, did anyone else here used to use Messenger Plus? You get all the plugins and you get the sounds that you could send people? Oh, that was awesome.
Yep.
That was so much fun.
MSN closed because they basically bought Skype.
Yeah.
So that's where it's going.
MSN's had some features though that Skype still doesn't have. Like I used to love the handwriting tool. You could draw pictures back and forth.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. And now that I have a tablet, oh man.
Alright, get over to the edge. All the way over here. All the way over here. Alright. And once you get to the edge, you should turn around. Don't hit me with the ball like that other enemy did. Alright, good. I should be able to blow you up soon. Actually, probably get it off the couch. Yeah, couch.
Overall, message boards are pretty much dead too, which is quite sad.
Yeah.
There used to be a lot of really good communities out there that pretty much faded away now.
Damn you, Facebook!
I know, it wrecked everything!
I guess I was lucky and never really had DSL. I went from dial-up to, like... Jeez. You know what I mean right away. DSL was kind of slow back in the day, too, so...
I remember I have a friend, and their answering machine message used to be like, "Sorry, we cannot take this call right now. We're either on the phone, or we're on the internet, or we're like out or something like that." So I mean, they actually used to have in their message that they might not get this call because they were on the internet. Dial-up was a funny thing.
Yeah, it was. And I remember when somebody called, they would knock you off of the internet.
Oh, that's funny. Actually, that still happens with me sometimes. Just the frequency that the wireless phones in my house use. Depending on who calls, sometimes it will actually knock out my internet. Actually, you guys probably know this.
You've talked about it before.
I don't understand why it happens, but it does.
Oh, should I call you now? Just to knock off your internet? I should.
Where to rack up those long distance charges.
You're welcome.
There we go.
I am going to go check on the pizza situation. BRB.
Just don't put it in your pocket.
I don't think so. I might try to stab somebody with it though. That would be tempting, just to see what would happen. Pizza murder!
Your next Phoenix Wright case, the murder weapon was a slice of pizza.
BRB.
We had a Phoenix Wright game, that would like not be like the first murder weapon that'd be found, that'd be like the murder weapon you present like during the court case. This was the murder weapon! Are you kidding me, right? No, I can prove it! This is why! And then everybody is just in awe as Phoenix Wright just proved that the murder weapon is a slice of pizza. Anyway, with luck, I might be able to get the level up in this room because there's a lot of squigs. Also, I guess the key's down there. You can stay down there. Alright. Oh, well, whatever.
And I remember my grandparents, when I was younger, they'd never want to give me video games for my birthday because, I mean, they always thought they were so dumb. And they're like, just like, oh, don't they, you want something, you know, more like a traditional toy or something like that. But then they finally got with the times and realized that no one plays with paddle and ball anymore. A pizza slice with razor blades in it. Sabotage.
Alright, kick your shell. Boom. Actually, I'm curious. No, you're gonna go flying off, aren't you? I'd have to drop you. No, you aren't gonna go flying off. Okay. Want to combo off of you, don't combo the enemies. There we go. And we're almost to the next level up. That's good. It'll be timed fairly before... I'll get it before we get to the bottom, so...
The pizza was a bomb. I threw in the toilet. This pizza will self-destruct in 10 seconds. Yeah, that's funny. Your mom used to play Mario 3. When I was born, my parents had an NES. My dad liked playing Tetris and pinball. And my mom, she played Mario 1, 2, 3, Mega Man, Star Tropics, so that's what kind of got me into video games right off the bat. It's not like I had to ask for my first console for like my birthday or something like that. It's just kind of born right into it. Never played a Phoenix Wright game, get on that right now. Drop the bomb in the toilet. Oh.
Alright, let's set a little bit of a combo up here if I can do that. Although, darn longators. Can I walk around? Kinda, sorta. There's this longator. Whoop, nope. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, 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 all the way around the entire room. There we go.
These days, sorry. These days, my mom usually plays a Mario Party. I think Mario Party 4 is her favorite one, although she plays a whole bunch of them. The 64 one she likes. She'll usually play, 4 and 5. But yeah, so she doesn't play too many of the newer Mario platformers though.
And neither of my parents really play video games. My mom, not at all. My dad plays Poco. So. Briefly, when my mom very first joined Facebook, she played whatever the hell the Facebook games are that are popular, that usually invade everyone's feed. But she quit those.
I actually really like Mario Party 3. This is in reply to the chat. I really liked Mario Party 3. I liked the variety of items. I thought the maps were pretty good. I really liked Mario Party 4 at first because I mean it was like the first one on the GameCube. Although after a while I started liking 5 and 6 because at first I didn't like the whole capsule orb system. Although I started to like it later on, just the way that throwing them on certain places could really make the game more interesting. And then Mario Party 4, I wasn't a big fan of some of the maps. I mean they all seemed really square and I don't know. I mean, it was still good, but it wasn't my favorite one.
There's one thing I learned about Mario Party 5. Throw all the capsules on the board. It induces lots of chaos.
6 is good. Yeah, 2 was the actual first Mario Party I ever got. But I think it was like my 8th birthday or something like that.
Right, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Nowhere, right? Oh, you're gonna appear the moment I run off the stupid platform. Screw you, I'm out of here. Anyway, people are saying Farmville? Farmville? I do believe that's right. The thing is, if you actually know what you're doing, you can control what you see from other people's feeds on Facebook. So, for example, I've got, like, game updates and stuff like that disabled on my mom's feed, so I don't see any of it. She doesn't play any anymore, but when she did, I didn't see them.
I've actually never played a game on Facebook before.
That's good, because they try to get your friends involved and get you to spend real-life money and stuff like that. And it's not even like DLC stuff, it's just crap. Pay this much money to advance the game further, or, you know, wait a couple of hours or the next day to advance the game. That's usually what the purchasing options are in a Facebook game.
Wow.
So, yeah, you literally pay to just get further in the game instead of being patient.
That's silly. I used to play RuneScape a lot. I loved that game. I used to pay to be a member. It was like $5 a month or something. It wasn't too bad.
Crispy, crispy, crisp. That's worth a key for some reason. And I could get out of this room if I wanted to. It might be worth it.
I miss the good old RuneScape days, especially when hacking was a lot easier.
If you say a password out loud, it will just show up as stars, and everyone always fell for it.
Actually, so here's my story right now. So for one of my stories, okay, so back in the day, you know, you got RuneScape. Basically what I did was, when essences came out, they were worth quite a bit, or at least that was the safest way to farm essences. I actually had bots, and I had auto clickers, and you know, you make multiple accounts, and you go running around town, and you basically, it's an automated script.
Mm-hmm.
And this was way back before they did all the well, they started implementing some of the random events, but the people got smart and they started coding for the random events. But they've added so many now that it's completely random that it's kind of hard to do. But I've been out of the loop for a while, so I don't know what the current hacks are. Anyway, so you're running around and basically you just sit there and just let it run all day. and it was fun, I guess.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, it was just so much easier.
Yeah. My account was actually pretty much 100% legitimate. And I mean, it took forever to raise some levels to collect stuff like that. So I don't blame you for doing that.
Well, I did it because I wasn't at risk. I didn't do it on my main account. I had two or three throwaway accounts. And it was basically just, I mean, the main money deal I ran was essences, selling essences for like 1K. Depending, you know, you get like 5,000 essences and you sell that for whatever, and that was really nothing to do much. And then my major money maker was mithril. Just mining a bunch of shit ton of mithril and smelting it with bots. That's all I would do all day. One would smelt all day, the other one would mine all day.
Cool.
So I made, last time I logged into my character, I believe I have like, oh god, 3 mil in that character still. I got 3 mil on my main. Got like 1 mil on the bots each. And a couple stacks of essences and a bunch of other shit, but that's about it.
Cool. Yeah, I used to play a lot. I mean, there was one point where I had actually finished like every quest in the game and everything. And then the game started to go really downhill, so I just kind of stopped.
Yeah. I played just when they introduced some of the extra dragon stuff, and then by the end of that, it was like, okay, this is stupid. And then there was no fun anymore, because I couldn't hack at it. And actually, it was like, well, why didn't you do it legitimately? That's why you play the game. Well, yeah, except they made such a grind out of the damn shit, and were milking you for the money at that time, or were starting to milk you for the money, which was becoming very obvious, that it was just boring. I mean, literally, you would go to like Kalimdor and you just sit down there and farm for big bones, and it was like, okay, really? I'm sitting here for big bones for prayers, and everybody's always watching you, making sure they didn't come up to friggin' gang rape you because it was a PvP area down there. So you made sure you're walking down there. At least if you were farming for bones, you could see who the farmers were. I only had 3 ruin stuff, 3 weapon. No, was it 3 items? No, my prayer was high enough, so I could use 4. So I had a full set of ruin plate, and then a ruin weapon at the time. And then I would just kick on my prayer, and it would give me that extra 4th item, and then they basically wouldn't get anything. They'd just get a bunch of big bones. So nobody really would screw with me because it wasn't worth killing me. But everybody else down there, I was in like full ruin and stuff, and I was like, yeah, that guy can't. And then I sit over there laughing, I'm still farming. And they're like, oh, you're going to be next. And I'm like, go for it. You're not going to get anything.
So wow, this room is really full of Goombas.
Bouncy Goombas, or Dark Bouncy Goombas, whatever the variant is. Come on, Tat'll work. Dark Head Bonk Goomba. 10 HP 4 attack, so they aren't really threatening, and maybe I should have spent a little bit more effort trying to combo them.
Wait, we're almost done with this crappy-ass game in this pit? Where? What level are we on?
I think we're on 98.
98? So we only got 2 more levels to go? Yes!
Mm-hmm.
But that's technically not the end, though. What's the plan
we
for...
have that Sammer Kingdom to still do, but I didn't plan on doing that this stream.
I know, but more tedious things to come!
I'm actually playing my card game right now, or trying to anyway, but I'm trying to get a couple people roped in with it, and it's like, dude, I got you all the cards for free! There's like 30,000 cards, I just got you for free! Come play! What the hell? Nobody's biting. Actually, I should go down to the card shop here in a little while. It's Friday Night Magic, so I might close down there.
I've always felt if I ever wanted to get into something like that, I would show up and I'd just be so terrible that
No, I was
everyone
wrong.
would stare at
Last
me
one
and
was
laugh at
95,
me.
this is 96. I fail
Magic.
at counting.
Magic the Gathering is easy to pick up once you know it, but hard to master. It's one of those games where you gotta...
Easy to learn, difficult to master.
Well, the
Yeah,
thing
there you
with
go,
card
that's better.
games too is that whoever really wants to put a lot of money into it will always have an advantage, even if you are really good at the game. Because I mean, someone who has really good cards, even if they're not as good as someone else, the good cards might help you win. And I've never really liked that about card games.
Well, the thing with Magic the Gathering is, yes, that is somewhat true, unfortunately. The more powerful and popular cards are going to be a lot more money individually and blah, 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 blah. And then, it's the most popular used cards are going to be the most expensive. But, however, there are decks in Magic that are extremely cheap, like a Red Rush deck. I mean, Red Rush is just cheap as all shit. And it wins tournaments. It still wins tournaments to this day. I mean, you can build a really decent Red Rush deck and have it only cost you maybe about $35. So, depending on what you go with. Now, my decks, like I said before, they're a little outdated. They are very, very good decks, depending on what they face. I have a forest deck that tends to pump up the forest monsters and create trample trees, which is really, really nice because it's hard to stop a trample, unless if you mana control me or you basically blue control me. And yeah, pretty much that's why everybody hates blues anyway. Fucking blues. Fucking blue control decks. Anybody plays a blue control deck, you can suck my chode. No blue control decks. But I've had some success against them. I mean, they can only control me for so far, and then if they slip up one turn, if they don't get the cards that they need, I just whip out all my trample trees, and there you go. But it's an experience. You have to do it and experience it. Now, if I would go down there after this stream, I would just kind of check things out and watch people play for a little bit. But let's see. I've got my trample forest deck, which is really, really nice. I actually made it online first, and then I went out and bought all the cards. And that was actually a pretty pricey deck. It's like a $55 to $65 deck, just because of the I forgot the name of the card, but it's a golden card, and it allows trample on all minions, but it costs like a white, a couple greens, and black or something, or a red, or some weird mana requirement. But that was a nice deck. What was my other deck I had? I had two main decks. I mostly played that deck. I did have a Red Rush deck, which was kind of nice. It worked sometimes. It was not fast, but I don't remember my other deck, to be honest. Oh, it was a white deck. That's what it was. It was my white angel deck. I had white angels that had flying only, and then it's the one angel that keeps powering up for more angels, and then you put down the flying only card, and that powers up the angels even further, and basically you have an army of angels, which is really nice because once you lay that down, they can't really attack you unless they have flying or they have to remove the card.
Yeah. I haven't played very much Magic. I have a friend who used to play it, and one year for my birthday he bought me a starter deck, and we played a few times, but overall I never got super into Magic. Pokemon cards was the very first card game I ever played as a kid, and I loved that, and I got quite into that actually. I went to the Pokemon League every Sunday and got the badges and collected like the first 3 sets. And overall it was pretty fun, and I even though, I mean, Pokemon and everyone thinks it's like a kiddie game, I honestly do kind of just like the way that the game works. It's almost kind of like a simpler Magic the Gathering. It actually was created by, I believe, Wizards of the Coast, too, who I think also make Magic, but overall, even though it's simple, I've always really liked Pokemon cards, but I haven't been into it for quite a while now.
The whole counter thing, and the thing that bugged me about Pokemon.
Alright, someone's knocking on my door. One moment, please.
Okay.
Pokemon cards.
Quiet, you.
Hi guys, I'm back. No.
Yes, we know. The thing that bothered me about Pokemon was the mana doesn't stay. You always needed to summon new mana, like if you had like a fire deck. When you summoned a Pokemon to the field, you lost those fire cards.
Oh, so you mean like the energy cards were only usable for one Pokemon, and like
Yes.
not everyone? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's only usable for one Pokemon. You have to put the energy cards on that Pokemon.
Which
I
sucked
do.
because half your deck has to be full of enough energy cards to play your next combo and all your spells.
Yeah.
Depending on the order you played them, that could screw you over for your energy. That's
Yeah,
dumb.
it does create some cool strategies though, and you really do have to think sometimes about what you want to do.
It is. It
but
gets complicated as all heck.
Too many variables.
It's easier now, but back then it was harder.
Too many variables because you get a shit hand or you have to go on the defensive because somebody has a rush deck or like a fucking Starmie deck. Fuck you, Starmie
This
decks.
is gonna be a D. Somebody's gonna get the D.
Okay.
The Spinia, what?
So we have made it to the 100th floor, so I'm going to ask that all the conversation we had, which was wonderful conversation, be quiet because now we want to see.
Oh, I made cheese pizza.
Yep, it's room 100, and someone's been waiting for you heroes.
Silence.
I know who. I'm not going to spoil it.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paying attention. I'm looking intently. Okay.
He's telling me to shut up.
Bub.
Bullshit, I beat the game. But okay.
I like how Bowser's looking up at the text.
So did the alt text pass?
Not yet, no.
You are fucking kidding me.
I wish the game
You
wasn't.
are fucking kidding me.
I wish the game wasn't.
Are you shitting me?
It does not shitting you. In order to fully complete the Flopside Pit of 100 trials, you have to do it again. Mm-hmm.
What in the fuck? No! No! Fucking no!
Woohoo!
Yes.
Right?
So I believe a good thing for us to do is call for. I actually want to go get the potential healing items. I think I can get like a. I think I'm gonna sell one of my golden chocolate bar, get 2 ultra shroom shakes. Then we're gonna call a break. And guess what? We're gonna do the Flopside Pit of 100 trials again.
Yes! I mean, no!
No!
Screw this, I'm gonna go play Magic.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh.
Whoever did that is a
that
evil
that
person.
moment when you realize he actually did like throw his headset down and walked away.
This is entirely why the spoiler policy existed. It wasn't just for the story, it was for that one moment in this game that I didn't want any spoilers. And I'm so proud of all of you for not spoiling it, so thank you.
Good job!
Mm-hmm.
Good job!
Alright, you sell the Ultra Shroom Shakes, right?
Oh,
Or
that
is
was...
it...
Ugh.
Yes, you do. Okay, good. So yeah, once I get some Ultra Shroom Shakes, I get back down there and save. We're gonna take a little bit of a break, and then we're gonna do it.